If you could add 10, 20, or even 30 extra healthy years to your life simply by adjusting the way you eat, would you do it? Around the world, from Japan's longevity secret in Okinawa to the Mediterranean coastline, and even in small pockets of the United States, people are consistently living past 90 and even 100. Their secret isn't magic, luck, or expensive supplements. It's the way they eat, the way they live, and the daily habits that create conditions for a longer, healthier life. Today, we dive deep into the best diet plans for longevity, the eating plans that promote a healthier life, and lifestyle choices scientifically linked to living longer, possibly even reaching the 100-year mark. Diet, longevity, and the blueprint for a longer life. For decades, researchers have been uncovering the powerful connection between food and lifespan. A growing body of evidence suggests that the best diet plans for longevity are deeply rooted in plant-based nutrient-rich foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, whole grains, and quality fats. This is not just about losing weight. It's not about dieting for appearance. It's a blueprint for how to live a healthy life, how to build a long-term lifestyle to live longer, and how to reach older age with strength, mobility, and mental clarity. In fact, some of the world's longest living populations, the so-called blue zones, follow eating patterns rich in plants, low in processed foods, and specifically structured to support longevity, metabolic health, and disease prevention. Their everyday diets act as natural medicine, shaping their ability to live past 90, 100, and beyond. Let's break down what science says about these patterns, how diet affects longevity. A landmark 2023 study following over 120,000 people for more than 30 years discovered a striking connection. Individuals who consumed more fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, and whole grains had significantly lower rates of death from heart disease, cancer, respiratory disease, and neurodegenerative disorders. Why? Because these foods aren't just healthy, they create the biological conditions that support long-term life. Antioxidants slow cellular aging. Fiber improves digestion, lowers inflammation, and helps maintain weight. Minerals help regulate blood pressure and protect the heart. Vitamins support energy, brain health, and immune function. Proteins, fats, and carbohydrates all matter, but it is the quality of these nutrients that makes the difference in whether your diet supports longevity or shortens it. This research echoes findings from Harvard School of Public Health, the National Institutes of Health, and long-term studies in Japan and Europe. These institutions all agree, a diet rich in plants is a reliable predictor of longer life expectancy. This is what many experts refer to as the longevity diet blueprint. A long-term eating style focused on nutrient density, metabolic health, and chronic disease prevention. Vegetables and fruit, the foundation of longevity. In the US, only 1 in 10 adults eats enough fruits and vegetables daily. That means the vast majority of people fail to meet even the basic requirements needed for a healthier life and long-term prevention of chronic illnesses. Yet something remarkable happens when people increase their produce intake. The risk of death decreases. Studies show that eating at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables per day significantly reduces mortality rates, especially from heart disease and cancer. Practical longevity tips for vegetables and fruit. Add fruit to morning meals, berries in oatmeal, sliced apples on toast, bananas in yogurt. Eat a large salad once a day, filled with leafy greens. Aim for 3 cups of vegetables daily. Make smoothies rich in greens and antioxidants. Replace sugary snacks with fruit-based snacks. Roast vegetables in batches for quick additions to meals. By doing this, you are not just improving daily nutrition, you're participating in a habit consistent across every longevity hotspot, from Greece to Okinawa. This is how to live to 100 years, by consistently feeding the body plant foods that promote cellular repair and metabolic balance. By doing this, you are not just improving daily nutrition, You're participating in a habit consistent across every longevity hotspot, from Greece to Okinawa. This is how to live to 100 years by consistently feeding the body plant foods that promote cellular repair and metabolic balance. Nuts and nut butters. Small foods with big benefits. Nuts are tiny longevity powerhouses. They're rich in healthy fats, plant-based proteins, and essential minerals like magnesium and potassium. These nutrients protect the heart, support brain function, and improve metabolic health. A study tracking nearly 6,000 individuals with metabolic syndrome found that nut consumption helped decrease key risk factors such as waist circumference, triglycerides, blood pressure, weight, body fat. These improvements are essential because metabolic syndrome increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes, the very conditions that shorten lifespan. How to eat more nuts naturally. Add almonds or walnuts to salads. Use nut butter as a dip for fruit. Add cashews or peanuts to stir-fries. Sprinkle crushed nuts on yogurt. Make smoothies with nut-based protein. Use almond flour in baking. Every handful supports longevity by promoting stable blood sugar, reducing inflammation, and improving cardiovascular health. Meat-free meals and the longevity link. Across the world's longest living populations, one eating pattern stands out. They eat mostly plant-based meals, with small amounts of meat only occasionally. In Okinawa, home to some of Japan's oldest citizens, people consume large amounts of vegetables, seaweed, tofu, and legumes. This is known as Japan's longevity secret, a diet low in calories, high in nutrient density, and structured for metabolic stability. Similarly, in Greece and Sardinia, beans, lentils, and chickpeas form the base of most meals. Meat is eaten sparingly, usually fewer than 5 times per month. California's Loma Linda Blue Zone follows a similar pattern, with residents living, on average, a decade longer than neighboring populations. Why meat-free meals support longevity? Plant proteins support healthy blood pressure. Beans and lentils stabilize blood sugar more effectively than animal proteins. Plant-based diets reduce inflammation. They help maintain a healthy weight. They promote gut microbiome health. They reduce the risk of cancer and heart disease. This approach is deeply aligned with the best diet plans supported by scientific evidence. Mediterranean diet, one of the world's best diet plans for longevity. The Mediterranean diet consistently ranks as one of the healthiest eating plans. It's rich in vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, pulses, herbs, spices, and whole grains, with moderate amounts of fish, dairy, and wine. But why is it so powerful? Because it protects telomeres, the caps on the ends of chromosomes that determine how long cells live. Shorter telomeres equals shorter lifespan. Longer telomeres equals longer life. A 2017 study found that the Mediterranean diet helps maintain longer telomeres, reducing the risk of death by 4 to 7% for each point of increased adherence. This is not a small benefit. It's decades of research showing that what you eat affects your cellular age. Mediterranean-style eating tips. Replace butter with extra virgin olive oil. Make meals based on vegetables, not meat. Snack on fruits and nuts. Eat seafood once or twice a week. Add herbs and spices like turmeric, rosemary, and oregano. Drink wine in moderation or not at all. This approach directly supports how to live a healthy life and increase your lifespan with everyday choices. Green tea, a longevity drink across cultures. Green tea is consumed widely in blue zones and is particularly important in Japan. It contains compounds like catechins, which help reduce oxidative stress, inflammation, and risk of chronic disease. Studies link green tea consumption with lower heart disease risk, reduced cancer risk, better weight control, lower diabetes risk, improved brain function. It's not a miracle beverage, but it fits perfectly into tips for longevity because it's a natural, low-calorie, antioxidant-rich drink. Ways to add green tea to your diet. Drink matcha in the morning. Use green tea in smoothies. Cook grains or rice with green tea. Add brewed tea to soups or stews. These daily habits stack up over time, subtly but powerfully supporting long-term health. Foods to limit for longevity. You don't need to eliminate them forever, just reduce them. Added sugars, alcohol, red and processed meat, high-sodium foods, saturated fats, fried foods, highly processed snacks. The fewer inflammatory foods you eat, the more your body can operate in a state of balance, essential for long-term health and longevity. Longevity is lifestyle-driven, and the world's longest-living people follow habits that are surprisingly simple, yet deeply consistent. Let's break down these lifestyle pillars one by one. 1. Natural movement, the real exercise secret of centenarians. When most people think about living longer, they imagine expensive gym memberships, high-intensity workouts, or strict fitness programs. But in every blue zone, from Okinawa, Japan, to Nicoya, Costa Rica, one theme repeats. People don't exercise. They move naturally. Instead of scheduling workouts, physical activity is built directly into daily life. Okinawans garden. Daily, Sardinians walk uphill through mountain villages. Icarians forage, harvest, and carry groceries by hand. Loma Linda Adventists take long community walks. These movements improve heart health, build mobility, maintain muscle mass, and burn calories steadily without strain, pressure, or burnout. How you can apply this longevity habit. Take walking meetings. Choose stairs instead of elevators. Garden, clean, cook, or do DIY chores regularly. Walk 7,000 to 10,000 steps daily. Break up sedentary time every 30 minutes. Natural movement is one of the strongest predictors of long-term health. If you want a lifestyle to live longer, consistent movement beats intense workouts every time. 2. Mastering stress reduction, the overlooked engine of longevity. If you ask researchers about modern health risks, chronic stress ranks as high as smoking, obesity, and inactivity. Long-term stress elevates inflammation, the root of heart disease, metabolic disorders, TYPE2, diabetes, neurodegenerative disease, immune dysfunction. What's fascinating is how the world's longest-living cultures naturally decompress. Okinawans practice harahachibu mindful eating, tea ceremonies, and ancestor gratitude rituals. Sardinians gather daily for laughter and wine with friends. Icarians nap every afternoon, cutting cortisol levels dramatically. Loma Lindans pray, reflect, and detach from fast-paced modern life on Sabbath days. These practices demonstrate something modern medicine confirms. Stress management is a biological longevity tool. Practical tips to reduce stress. 10 minutes of deep breathing daily. Light stretching before bed. Short walks after meals. Replace doom scrolling with reading. Practice gratitude journal. Try green tea for relaxation. It also supports longevity. A calmer life is a longer life, and simple habits repeated daily amplify longevity far more than people realize.